today. It all starts with this opening series and better execution for this team. Guys?
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Handoff here from the shotgun. Spins away from defenders. Here he goes. The 40, at the 30, inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. What a tremendous opening statement for this offense to get the first points on the board, to execute like that, a long drive in this pressurized playoff game.
That's exactly right, Chris, and I've already talked about establishing early momentum and how critical it is in these big games, in these huge environments, and they were able to do that right off the rip. What a great drive and a great series for them. Terrific play calling. I thought the rhythm was solid, the line of scrimmage played well, and here they are with an early score.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Rebels looking to run some tempo here.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? And the Rebels keep the football on the move. For all the intrigue and all the challenge of a conference battle in the playoff bracket, these two teams came through the SEC, got into the bracket, and now stand in each other's way for a chance to win a national title.
And Chris, as you know, just such a proud conference, and there's no doubt that whoever wins this matchup is going to be trying to carry that torch forward for the entirety of the SEC to try to march forward for a championship. When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
Defense swarms him on that first down play. Now they come up 2nd and 15 after the loss. Quarterback drops back. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
Well, Chris, this is something we talked about coming into this matchup. Would this quarterback and wide receiver be able to get same page early. And I tell you, it just reminds me of all the great Oklahoma quarterback wide receiver duos. Jalen Hurts and CeeDee Lamb, Kyler and Hollywood, Baker Mayfield and D.D. Westbrook. Man, they've been good for a long time.
Tried to bounce him, but couldn't get the quarter. They'll stop him for a loss.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for...
Looking downfield near the end zone. What a catch! Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. Well, no surprise on third down. They go to one of the reliable targets, one of the guys he really trusts, a veteran in this situation.
Chris, that's the exact word. On third down as a quarterback, you go to the guys that you trust. And clearly they've established that over their years here. All those off seasons, all those practices.
Touchdown, Sooners! Still no answer for this offensive machine.
This is exactly what you're trying to do, is take advantage of quality situations. And here they're set up with great field position. You walk on the field as a quarterback specifically, and you're telling your guys, we got to punch this in the end zone. That's exactly what they did.
And he knocks through the PAT. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. And the Rebels will crank up the tempo.
Chris, I know it's difficult for the defense because they've got to be prepared for so many threats from this offense, but clearly...
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Could take it all the way. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Great defenses take mistakes from the offense, and they make them really pay, and that's exactly what happens here. This quarterback forces the ball into a precarious spot, and it's not only a pick, but it's taken back for 6. You want to make a mistake? We are going to hammer.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down to the 16 with the better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. Play action here on first down. The pocket breaking down. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
You're rolling to your right like that as a right-handed quarterback. I love the idea of trying to take a shot down the field. You can see it really well. You've got the momentum, and you can throw it accurately moving that direction, but they're just unable to connect.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31. First and 10 now for the offense.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
The Rebels with first and 10 here.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
Offensive line getting set. It's first down.
I just love these playoff environments. It's the first half. You get a first down on a run play, and it feels big. Anytime you move the chains, you can stay on the field offensively. You're trying to build momentum, get the ball down for a score. Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. And the Rebels come up to the line in a hurry-up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
That's the money down that defensive coordinators always talk to us about, Chris. They talk about running their exotic coverages, doing something a little bit different in order to confuse the quarterback and get off the field on third down, and here they're able to do that.
Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, look, he's chucking it deep again. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Ole Miss, as they fight back here in this playoff game. A huge connection for a touchdown shows the explosiveness of this offense. A lightning strike for 6 points.
I mean, Chris, that was some impressive throw right there. That is a big-time throw. That next-level scout, he's going to be impressed with what he saw right there. Anticipation, driving the football into that open area. Whoa, I tell you what, this guy is playing some ball.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. He'll hand it off. Look at that powerful running. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Tough running to get the first down. He told us he chose an SEC school, Joel, because he wanted to be part of the great running back legacy in this league.
And what a legacy it is, Chris, and you're exactly right. So many programs have built themselves on toughness, physicality, running the football. I think about Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry at Alabama. What players they are, and here they've got to continue to do that. Lean into that physical-oriented running attack. Feature this guy as much as you can. This D-line is just winning the line of scrimmage, and this battle up front, they're being more physical and more aggressive, and the quarterback doesn't have really any chance to gain positive yards. You can tell he's fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage from the get-go.
They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the pocket collapsing. He's got the first down and more. Out of bounds. He's spotted inside the 40.
Well, you get into these big games in the playoff, every first down feels big, and here the opportunity to scramble and move the chains. This is just a terrific job by the quarterback. I've always said, Chris, and it's even more important here in this situation, you've got to be able to scramble for 2, 3, 4 first downs a game. Move the chains with your legs.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
Caught by the receiver. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful. And the Sooners will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So the false start will back him up. Sets up a 1st and 15 now. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets to the 5-yard line. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Now they call a run. Oh, the spin move. Muscles in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners.
Chris, this is why he's one of the best players in the country, is he's so productive. Now his second rushing touchdown of the game. And this defense is going to have to start doing something as they go over to the sideline and start viewing the film on those tablets. They've got to understand where this running back is at all times. He has to be priority number one.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll bring him down just short of the 20. Second down after that run on the previous play.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. The pass rush closing in. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
Chris, this is exactly what they were concerned about. They know their quarterback is undersized, and this defensive front 7 is big and fast and physical. And here they're able to just bat this ball away at the line of scrimmage.
And the Rebels will look to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the pass is batted down, broken up on 4th down. What a play. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. They told us they wanted to be aggressive, and this is certainly an aggressive call here on 4th down. You just have to execute. They're unable to do that. Credit the defense for getting off the field, and now they've got great field position.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this was the plan for this defense. We talked with this coaching staff. They said, we need to contact this quarterback. He needs to feel us, and that's what they're doing here in the first half. If you're on the other side, you've got to tell your quarterback to get down or get out of bounds. There's no reason to take these hits in the first half.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's looking to scramble. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Barrels into the end zone.
That's exactly what you want to do on offense here. You've got the lead, and then you've got a short field. Put the pedal down. Get in the end zone offense is in a great rhythm. That needs to continue the rest of the day.
Point after, up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and they bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Hit as he released it. That's reeled in. It's Tucker. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. He moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down.
That's a good find by this quarterback. Move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this moment.
Looking for a deep completion. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
Incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 40. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Finds his man. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. This defense makes another big play. What else could go wrong for this offense today?
He's just been off all day, Chris, and he hasn't been able to recover from these mistakes and these early turnovers, and now multiple turnovers on the day. Again, I've always said, true mark of a quarterback, how do you respond to mistakes? And today, he just has not responded well.
The back's got it. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
We reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. 2nd down after that previous play. They'll run it here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He keeps it on the design run. He stopped short, and that first down marker is going to bring up 4th and 3. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. Big 4th down play coming up as they decide what to call. The Sooners will line up to kick it away. A very stiff wind in the face of this punter here. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. The Rebels looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not
going for a big play downfield. And it's hauled in. What a catch. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Rebels. And they get set now to try the PAT. And it's good. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. And looking to throw now on first down. He escapes the pocket. Finally throws it deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Chris, this one feels like the dagger. Now up big right before the half, able to execute and get it into the end zone. There's not a lot of hope on that opposite sideline heading into the locker room.
Here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Ole Miss takes their second timeout now. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You've got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you've got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He's hit as he throws it. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. The Sooners will kick this away to begin the second half. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Goes out of bounds, but a solid gain just short of the 40.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down. Looking for for a man. Here comes the pressure. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
We normally see this guy make this play, and as a big tight end, you've got to play through contact. You've got to expect that you're going to get contacted right when that ball arrives, and it looked like he was almost surprised. He's got to make that catch.
He's going for a big play downfield, and he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Well, that's certainly not what they drew up at halftime. You try to make adjustments as a coaching staff and really impress on your players. The importance of that first series of the 3rd quarter, and that's just a terrible mistake by the quarterback and a huge turnover for the defense.
Buying time, moving to his left, and he slings it deep back to the left side. And it's incomplete. Aggressive call on the first play of the drive, but doesn't work.
Solid pass rush here, and as the quarterback has to leave the pocket out to his left, remember, as a right-hander, I don't love the idea of trying to force the ball down the field and get that explosive play. That is way too difficult of a throw. I'd rather see him try to get something completed underneath and just get this ball moving forward.
An inside give now from the shotgun. They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
And there's that connection that we've been expecting to see. That's something on film that really showed up, is this timing of the quarterback and wide receiver. And they haven't really established it yet today until here on 3rd down. That's a good job. Maybe it gets them going here a little bit for the future.
The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the key to 3rd down success is being good on 1st down. And here the defense does a great job on 1st down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Close to the tight end. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Chris, I think the true measure of a quarterback is not how you're playing when everything's going well, but how quickly can you bounce back from a mistake. And here, interceptions are going to happen, but what does the quarterback do moving forward? How quickly can he get back into rhythm?
Off the play fake on 1st down. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Once you're outside of the tackle box, you can live to play another down as a quarterback, and he just throws it away. I like that decision. Didn't feel like there was much open down the field.
Call him in the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. That's another big play for this defense, and for the offense, the struggles continue today. Oh, it's another mistake from this quarterback as he's trying to get his team back in the game. It's costly, Joel.
So costly. Clearly trying to force it down the field, trying to get all of this back in one throw. But as we know, Chris, comebacks are like puzzles. It's one piece at a time. You can't get it all back with one throw. And if he continues to force it,
he's got room to run. Look out. But here he goes. And he goes out of bounds right at the midfield mark. They continue to lean in the running back. He's had a solid game. When you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joel, you'll love to be able to just turn and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they really start chewing up the yardage.
Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Oh, what a great call by this defensive coordinator. Getting aggressive with the blitz. You can see the linebacker. He shoots through that line of scrimmage, and there's nowhere to go with that read option. This quarterback makes the right decision, but again, no chance because of the aggressive nature of the play call and the linebacker player's ability to shoot through the gap. That's a really nice job by this defense.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Scanning the field, it's Bentley. Pulls it in, it's Bargava. Oh, and he didn't get there. The defense makes a stop against this excellent 3rd down offense. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. Good coverage there. 0 gain on the return. So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And the Rebels hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. He's got a crease. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Inside the 30. He's in the clear. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Rebels.
Right back in this football game. That's a big score here in the 3rd quarter to try to cut into that deficit. And this is a very different feel now with the defense coming on the field. You get a stop, get the ball back for an offense that's created some momentum.
Coach makes the decision to go for a 2-point conversion. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He's swarmed by the defense.
You get the sense they thought they could sneak a run in here on a 2-point play, but this defensive front 7 was ready. They were alert, and they played this beautifully for the stop.
Bringing it out, it's Flowers. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. To throw, it's Bentley. Grab down the middle, it's Flowers. The 5-yard gain is a win on 1st down. Sets up now 2nd and 5. Extending the play now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is exactly how you draw it up as a quarterback coach. You've got your guy out there, and he's going to take off. And listen, you've got to pick up 1st downs with your legs at some point, maybe 2 to 4 during the course of the game. But here's the best part is that he doesn't take an unnecessary hit. Once he gets the line to gain, he just steps out of bounds. That's A++ on the grade sheet on Sunday when you're watching the film.
Stop there for no gain, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. As we hit the quarter break, Oklahoma has the lead. And with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down.
Oh, the pass rush gets home. What an outstanding job by this defense. We know this quarterback is electric and close. And here, even though he's able to break, contain, and get outside of the pocket, look at the pursuit. And they're able to cut off the angles and get him down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Well, what we're seeing right here is the difference between throwing the football when you want to versus throwing the football when you have to. It's third and long. The defense knows you're going to drop back and pass, and they've got their eyes all over the quarterback. He makes a poor decision, and they make him pay. Beautiful job by this secondary. They're able to attack the football and get the ball back for their offense.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Nowhere to run up the middle. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. On the move now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he stopped after a gain of 3.
This is assignment football at its best. This defense has done a nice job. When I prepare for this team, this defense is always in the right spot, and they're in the right spot here on third down. Eyes in the backfield, and they're able to get the stop. The quarterback tries to use his legs, but he just can't move the chains.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Caught over the middle. It's Tucker. Oh, and he's in the clear now. He made the tackle, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs. He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a first down with plenty to spare. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Running back with the football. They bring him down, but not before he gets to the 5-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Chris, in this situation, down big, this 4 vertical route concept, just have it on repeat. You basically call it every single play.
They break the huddle on third and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete. He was looking for the end zone.
I tell you, you got to play well on third down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a quarterback does on first and second. He's got to be great in situations. And one of those situations that I think about is third down. Unable to connect here, and now you got a decision to make on fourth.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, we're going for the touchdown. Looking to throw here. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Caught in the end zone. They throw for the score. That's another big play for the Heisman quarterback. Joe, he came in knowing the target was even bigger and the pressure even greater, but he's delivered so far.
And Chris, I just credit his approach because in that conversation with us, yes, he understood that the target was bigger, but
they pressure him and get him on fourth down. There is a flag, but I think this sack is going to stand. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery.
Well, this was their only hope. They had to get an onside kick. They're down by so much. Chris, it's just such a low percentage play, and a good job by the hands team on the opposite side covering this one up.
Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fights off a defender. Oh, look out, he's got open space. They make the stop, but it's a big play for 31.
Chris, running the football is so important. You can pick up first downs on these run plays. The offensive line doing a nice job. It just makes everything easier. It's easier on the play caller. It's easier on the quarterback. Everybody is relaxed when you can run the football. And here, first down for the offense.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to pass, it's Bentley. He escapes the pocket. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
What a huge play by the defensive back. Looks like it's going to be a first down, and he's able to dislodge that ball, create the incompletion. Now it's fourth down. Again, timing. You got to show up at the right time with physicality. Knocks the ball loose, fourth down.
He knocks it through with confidence, and they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Well, that's a confidence boost for this team. It's a good quality drive, and you ended in points. I know they would have rather been in the end zone, but again, getting points on the board in this situation, that's solid for them.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch it? Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On first and 10, looking to throw. Looking deep downfield to the left. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, down big, you've got to be aggressive down the field, and he continues to do that, and I understand that. But, man, this defense has been very good, and I got to tell you, I just don't sense that they're going to all of a sudden fall apart with the big lead.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here comes the rush. Took contact on the throw.
Oh, goodness, you cannot make that throw. I think this is a product of that pass rush. Chris, they're making life difficult, and they're speeding up his internal clock. So he's letting that ball go. He's not seeing the defense. He throws it into double coverage. Ball could have been intercepted if you really think about it, all because of that pass rush and what they're doing to the quarterback on a snap.
Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, it's tough for a quarterback on third and long, but they just don't get the protection right here. There's nobody open. The offense is not executing at a high level. They need to get routes right at the stick so the quarterback can get the ball out of his hands.
Trying for a fourth down completion. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's broken up there. Great play, a fourth down stop. Turnover on downs after that defensive stop.
Chris, it's technically not over, but boy, it feels like that game was just ice. Great stop by the defense. You're up 2 possessions. Now your offense is on the field. A few running plays, and this thing's probably over.
Stopped after a small gain. Now looking at second and 9.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Let them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
To the air, it's Bentley. Looking deep to the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Hand off to the single back. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
That's a great run on 3rd down, and this defense was clearly set up to stop the pass. There was nobody up front, and they gashed them here with a nice big gain to produce a 4th down that I think they can go for it. It's 4th and short. Why not go for this?
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Breaks through the tackler. Bring him down, but not before he converts that 4th down play. season. Two teams that have battled through a long regular season, thrive in this 12-team playoff bracket, overcoming adversity along the way. And now, two teams battle for that gold championship trophy in the building here tonight. Which side will have their dreams come true? Welcome, folks, to this season's ultimate game, the College Football Playoff National Championship game. It's the Oklahoma Sooners against the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are so excited to bring you the ultimate game in this college football season. Holly Rowe joins us ringside with some of the key storylines today. Holly?
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. This is the moment that both teams have to remain perfect. That can put a lot of pressure on the teams. They have answered the bell every week through the college football season, but now is the moment that mistakes will be magnified. I asked the coaches about it, and they said, we don't want to put pressure on our teams. We want them to take off the pressure, be relaxed, and focus on doing their job one play at a time. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Holly. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Breaking free, end zone ahead. They'll stop him with the 34. That will be a first down. So they get a big gain by feeding the speedy wide receiver, Joel. They told us they were going to do this. It makes sense. Get him the ball however you can.
Well, I really love that they're doing it with the RPO because that puts the defense in conflict, and then you can utilize that speed, and he's got more space to operate. The only thing the quarterback's got to make sure of, Chris, is delivering an accurate throw because, remember, timing plus ball placement, that equals yards after the catch. That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Running through the tackle. Physical run earns the first down.
Outstanding job up front. Look at the hole right here. The back has the counter play, this little misdirection, and it is wide open because of what they're doing up front. This offensive line is so good, and they are winning the line of scrimmage.
On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble. Throws it deep downfield to the left. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Boy, that is such good timing by the defender. Chris, they're trying to get the ball to the tight end, but right as the ball arrives, you can tell there's some contact there, and he's able to jar it loose and create the incompletion.
They're going to run it. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Moves out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he's brought down, but the defense with a takeaway in the first drive of the game.
Well, Chris, it's a little early to be taking the aggressive shot down the field, and it backfires here on the offense. I get it. They want to stretch out the defense, maybe create some running lanes for their run game. But the secondary was ready. They told us they would be ready for these shots early in the game, and here they were.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well. Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Someone got a hand up to deflect that one.
You know, this is such good defense. Even if he catches this, I don't think he's getting much. It's thrown fairly short. Defense is there. Incomplete. Seems kind of nondescript.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack on third down.
Well, Chris. First and second down are so important. When you're behind the chains on third down, it is advantage defense, and they do take advantage. Good pressure. Quarterback's got nowhere to go with the football, and they're able to get the sack and get off the field.
The Ducks will line up to boot it away. No, kick it away here. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, this is what I love about the RPO. Look at this. It's just an easy concept, but if you make the right read, you get it on the left flat, and it's a nice little completion.
5-yard pickup on first down sets him up at 2nd and 5. A lot of play calling options here. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. He's got some space. Look out. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, this defense is totally locked in right now, and they understand where this quarterback is trying to go with the football. He's making poor decisions, and they're making him pay. 2 straight interceptions on back-to-back series for this group. They're doing a marvelous job.
Gets the first and still running. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27. This running back continues to impress, and forget the freshman label. He's had a year of experience now. He's had a tremendous year, and Joel, they clearly trust him, rely on him in this big game.
Chris, what I've been most impressed with is his durability. Normally a young running back, you try to take a few of those carries off of him during the course of the year, but they have just leaned in, and he has delivered. I tell you, this is as impressive of a young running back as I've seen in a long time.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
And there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
Touchdown, Ducks! They draw first blood in this national title game. And for this this offense, that possession was more like it. Maybe they flushed out some of the early nerves in this championship game, really executed that time to jump on top.
I totally agree. That first series, it really didn't look like them. We've covered them all year long, in particular down this stretch run, and that first series really wasn't what they were all about. But this is the brand of football that we have seen over the last few weeks. It's efficient, it's physical, and in particular on the outside, these guys can go and get it. So beautiful drive right there and sticking it in the end zone, garnering that early momentum, huge for a national championship game.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Receiver in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the move now. It's a deep shot to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Touchdown, Oklahoma, as they answer with their first score of this title game. So this offense responds after falling behind. A satisfying drive, but also a relief throw. They get in the end zone. They match the earlier score from their opponent, and now they can feel better about things.
Way better about things. You don't want to go down multiple scores, in particular in a championship environment. Great job executing by this group. And now if I'm the offensive coordinator, I look at that drive, and I ask myself, what's working? How can I attack this defense moving forward? Take the success that you've already had and replicate that in later drives.
In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A sack like that on second down is a drive killer. Now third and forever, and now this pass rush, you know, is going to have their ears pinned back. You're in a one-way go. This is a perfect opportunity to try to throw a screen, maybe a draw, trying to force this ball down the field. This is when turnovers happen.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Tackle after the return, but a huge takeaway. Could be a momentum shift right there.
This is going to be a long day for this offense if they're going to live in third and long. And on this third and long situation, the quarterback makes a poor decision. I tell you, this is why you've got to avoid these situations. This defense is going to be all over the field attacking the football if they're constantly in third and long.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that well, and sure enough, defense is ready for it.
They look to throw it here on second down. He escapes the pocket. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Chris, I just get the sense that this quarterback is rushing. He goes through his reads. I think he does that a little quickly. He tries to get to the check down, throw this ball short, and he's unable to connect. He's jumping at the throws. Again, he's got to relax and establish some sort of rhythm.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
This offense has got to stay out of these third and long situations. This pass rush is too good, and here, more evidence of that. They get pressure, contact the quarterback as he throws, and now it's fourth down.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit, trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, that's just a great job by the defense, Chris. That's a sudden change series. Off of a turnover, that defense has to go out there, and they're already in field goal range, and they hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win for that defense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The shotgun running play call. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Well, they flipped into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. Grabbed by the receiver. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick, he's got nothing to do but protect the football. And thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
And the Ducks will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. We'll see what he can do with the return. When he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 40. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's the spin move.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Scooped up in the defense. Not much on the return, but this defense rises up with an important takeaway.
This was a concern for this offense the entire week. This pass rush is very good. And with the quarterback's eyes down the field, he's not protecting the football. That is a beautiful job by this defensive line, getting home and getting the ball out. First down for their offense.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a second and short. And the Ducks looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Brought down, but he's past the line to gain.
This O-line is doing work. Doesn't have to be a big gain in the run game to be successful. Here in a short yardage situation, they're able to just hand it off and let the big fellas up front do work. They're able to pick up that first down. Good job up front.
Motion now from the tight end. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, everything is perfect here. The offensive line did a great job. The timing of the play call is perfect. You get that defense upfield, and then the execution from the quarterback and running back. Good timing, and then you've got him in space on the outside. That is a great play for a touchdown. I tell you what, that is a quarterback's best friend. Short completion, taking the distance. You bet. Shows up on the stat sheet.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Here comes a handoff. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, a play like this comes down to preparation. We know this corner can cover down the field, but here he's prepared for this look. When he sees that motion, he knows that they love that little touch pass, and he's in the backfield for a stop. Physical and aggressive at the tackle point. Great job on the outside.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
What a great job by this pass rush. On 3rd down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's 4th down.
The Sooners will bring their punt team on the field now. They'll kick it away here. Coverage team makes the tackle. No gain on that return. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Excellent play by this defense, getting that tackle for loss and creating a 2nd and long. And now from an offensive perspective, just get half of this back. This next snap is about creating 3rd and manageable. It's not about moving the chains.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Pass play produces just a yard, so now they come up 2nd and 9. Gives it to the back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable 3rd down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
The Ducks are in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
It's so difficult to present pressure on the quarterback in a short yardage situation, and the defense is able to do it. That's a really nice job by this defensive coordinator and this defensive front getting home on 3rd down.
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And the lead remains at 4 after the miss.
That can be frustrating as an offense. Feel like you've got points, put yourself in field goal range, and go out there and miss it. And he was money in warm-ups. I did not see him miss a kick when I was down on the field pregame. And here we go in the live situation, and he misses it.
They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking.
Nice delivery by the quarterback. An easy completion. Set yourself up for 2nd and short.
Looking to scramble. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. That pass falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, this is just a great pass rush by this defense. Watch as he's going to escape the pocket to the left, and now he's scrambling away. But look at the pursuit of the defense, and they get to him and contact him as he throws. That's what leads to the incompletion.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Let's it fly to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
This is the benefit of playing zone defense on 3rd down. Chris, look at the eyes of the defender. They're in the backfield. He can break on the ball, and while it looks like a completion for a 1st down, he shows up with physicality, knocks the ball loose, 4th down.
Timeout Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. The Sooners will bring their punt team onto the field. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is brought down. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
This is a really poor decision. You've got to manage the game as a quarterback, make your offense right. Here, it's the first play of the drive, and as soon as you break contain and you're outside of the pocket, you cannot take a sack. That ball has got to be thrown into the 5th row, burn the ball, create 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and forever.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to start the 2nd half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Trying to build the lead as we begin the 3rd quarter and trying to clean up those pass protection issues. Breaking into the clear. Breaks it. Here he goes. At the 30 now. Past the 10. It's a foot race. They will catch him. Touchdown, Ducks.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
The extra point is good, so it's 21-10. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. ball is handed off out of the shotgun. As the first down is still going. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. The first down on the ground, that's been something that's been hard to come by for this offense here. There's still time, though, to get the running game going.
Chris, it has been tough sledding running the football. Even that first down run, there's just not a lot of room, not a lot of success. It seems like this defense is fully committed to stopping the run game. Maybe time for a play-action pass? I think it should be coming up.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. They get him down after the return, but that interception could be enormous. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's 2nd down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag. Will it keep the drive alive? So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. And the Ducks will have to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. The punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 10. Shotgun, will hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on 1st down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a wide receiver screen. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2.
Chris, I think that's smart from the offense in this quarterback. You don't want to force the football across the chains just to get the 1st down. Get a completion and create a scenario where you can go for it on 4th. And here inside at 2 yards, I would certainly be aggressive.
The Sooners will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now second time. And they'll kick it away here. And here's the return. And he's brought down immediately. No fair catch there, but that might have been the smarter play. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there. Four-yard gain makes it second down and 6 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw to the left. Oh, what a grab! He goes out of bounds, stopped just short of the 25. We go back to the weapon who's been so reliable and effective today. He's one of the guys that's helped them build a lead. Now, Joe, they go to him trying to secure it.
And Chris, he's just so reliable. You can tell that the quarterback has full trust that he knows exactly where this player is going to be, that he's going to be open, and that he's going to catch the football. And when you have a guy like that you rely on the outside, you can ride that to a victory.
Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here. It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The DB is backing off from the line now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
Chris, I think he's a bit rattled here. Sometimes you see the mechanics falter, and in particular footwork, and you can tell that the game is moving too fast for the quarterback, and that's what I'm seeing right now. He's not stepping through his drop. He throws this off his back foot, and it's totally inaccurate.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This front seven is so athletic. They're aggressive. They get off blocks here. They're in the backfield, and they create a negative play. I got to tell you, this is going to be a huge key for this game, is this defense and their ability to create the negative play and get themselves off of the field.
Defense is coming after him. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And that sets up a return. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team finally gets him, but a great return. You can see the elusive speed from the return man. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And here's the handoff. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. As we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now, it's a shaky way to start the series. A false start backs him up, makes this second and long. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. There's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
That is such a good job by this defense. They are flying around. They recognize the passing concept, and then the pursuit and tackling ability in space for a tackle for loss. That is an excellent job and a great way to start out this series.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Fires it to the left side. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. A wasted opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there. The Ducks will send their punt team onto the field. They'll aim it toward the sideline. Solid punt. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Nice completion for a first down, but in a two-possession game, they've got to get going. I've always thought you've got to set a time limit for yourself. They need to score by about 155 if they feel like they're going to come back in this game.
The Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, that is too easy right down the center of that defense. Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line. Guard, center, guard. Getting the job done, covering up color, and that's an easy run for a big gain from this back. Well, this protection has been an issue all day long, and here again the quarterback is hit as he throws the football. He just has never been comfortable, and another incompletion for this offense.
And they misfire in first down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's got space. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He moved the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. The Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. Looking for a receiver. Hits the running back in the flat. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Chris, I've never been a huge fan of the screen pass on first down because the defense is in base defense. Generally speaking, they're ready to defend the run or the pass, and to successfully throw a screen, you've got to get those defensive linemen up the field in an obvious passing situation.
Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Touchdown, Sooners. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you knew he was going to target his guy down here near the goal line, and they get the matchup that they want. It's a really great throw in single coverage, go-to guy, and they go to him here for a touchdown.
And now the try for the two-point conversion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And a catch made in the end zone for the two-point conversion.
Chris, you can tell they spend a lot of time on these two-point plays. It's just executed perfectly. Good timing by the quarterback. Throw it into the end zone, and it's good.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play calling? And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Contact as he threw it. This time, a completion. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Leaning on the run game here. Got an opening here. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense, just handing the football off. The offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football. And here on first down, you move the chains. You just continue to get that ball moving down the field.
They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
Yeah, Chris, this is exactly what this coaching staff said they wanted to do, was establish the run game, and they've been able to do that. Gains of 5, gains of 6, time and time again. They're doing a great job up front, there's no doubt, and now the entire playbook is going to be at their disposal.
They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass this time. It's a short completion at the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down. After the completion, they'll stop to check out an injured player on the field. It's a junior linebacker. The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're going to run it here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Handoff here from the shotgun. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game.
They're in a really good position here offensively. A field goal makes it a 2-possession game. Now it's about taking as much time off this clock as you possibly can. Love running the football in this next play. I don't even think that they need to score. If it's open, go down, kick the field goal, take the 2 possessions, and drain the clock as much as you can.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. They continue to build the lead, and now they can taste it, closing in on an undefeated season and a national championship.
Chris, this really is remarkable, and I got to tell you, this is going to go down as one of the great seasons in college football history. You think about the 9 conference games, the expanded playoff. I know Indiana went 16-0 just a few years ago, but my goodness, to see this team accomplish this feat in this level of parity in college football, this is remarkable.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for a receiver deep middle. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
You need a second possession, so you got to go for broke. This ball has got to be thrown aggressively down the field. It needs to get into the end zone quickly.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10. What can they do here to make it 3rd and manageable? Offense looking to throw the ball. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He'll try a pass here. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
All right, so you get the completion, and maybe this is a more manageable 4th down opportunity, but I still don't love the idea of going for it and being aggressive. This is just too many yards to go for it. I think the punt is the play.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. On the move now. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game, and the ball will turn over on downs.
You know, these 4th down situations, it usually comes down to execution. And right there, defense is executing, offense is not. Unable to connect. It's incomplete and going the other direction.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
Well, this defense told us they were going to be ready for these completions at or near the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a big part of their plan, and you can see that paying off here. Good pursuit, good job tackling in space, and that's a completion from no gain.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
You know, Chris, football is a simple game. It's about blocking, it's about tackling, and on the defensive side, if you can get off of blocks and tackle well, it's usually going to bode well. Here, a negative play. Great job getting behind the line of scrimmage.
Caught near the goal line. They make the tackle, but that first down should be the clincher for our new national champions. They'll hand it off. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense cannot be stopped.
If you want to win on the road in these playoffs, you've got to run the football and take the crowd out of it. And they did that with a freshman back. He signed in the offseason. You can see why this fan base was so excited. He showed a tremendous amount of maturity and ability in order to drive them to this victory.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down.
Chris, how many times do we see this? You know the quarterback's got to start being aggressive. They've got a multiple possession deficit, and they've got to put the ball into more precarious spots, and it gets picked off here. Listen, this is just a product of game situation. Nice job by the defense, but clearly this quarterback is trying to make something happen.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Looks to the left, pass caught. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions.